Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrixlord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello.
What's up, Suzy?
Nanu Nanu.
Okay, so we're going to continue with Justice League a little bit again, and then we're going to go on to the news. So who wants to talk first? Want to talk, Scott?
I'll leave it for Suzy.
Yeah, Suzy.
Oh, well, like I said, I'm excited if they stick to one director, which I know it's hard for another director to take over where someone else left off. So I don't think the movie was bad. It's just there were certain things that if there is a battle going on, I want to see what's going on. I just do. I was very confused with the Amazonians and the whole them running all over the
weird
place.
Crap. I mean, I don't know.
That was real weird.
They didn't explain. They really didn't explain him. They didn't explain who the hell he is, where he's from, what planet, what this, the new gods, whatever. Nope. They think everybody's supposed to know what it is. And if you're not a DC fan, you don't know who the hell the new gods are, which I don't know who they are. And I was like, oh, I hope they explain it because I don't know who they are, and they didn't. So I was like,
Well, I'm not an avid comic book, so because I don't buy comic books, I don't know a lot of these universes, so I get confused real easily.
Right.
I need that constant scorecard, you know.
Yeah.
I want to know where I'm at. But there were certain things that they needed to improve on, and I know they can do it. It's just I want to see who's fighting somebody else. Even
I want one director.
Shadows.
One director.
I want one director, and if they're gonna have a music guy, stick with the right guy, whatever it is. Get over it. You know, don't argue. It's a movie that's cost a lot of money to stop and restart.
I do agree, and we talked about this for a while. I don't want Zack Snyder to have his hands in any more of the movies. I felt it was too dark. I felt that, I didn't like...
That's the whole point is Snyder is trying so hard to make it different from...
Too dark. Even Man of Steel, too dark. You killed Zod. Batman, Superman, too dark. I hated Superman's portrayal in Batman vs. Superman. Now with Joss Whedon, I liked his portrayal. He was happy. He was a good guy. He was loved. The costume was different. It was lighter. It was brighter. I liked that. But now you had dark and light mixed together, and you get like a weird color. And it's that let's get immediately the net. Listen, I know Aquaman's next, and then Wonder Woman 2. We need Man of Steel 2. They need to write it, shoot it, and I think that they should push it out somehow. I think what Aquaman's coming out next year, right?
Lighter movie. Don't make it
has to be out before Wonder Woman 2. You have to have Man of Steel out. And you know what? Don't call it Man of Steel either, because that's the thing. That's signified with Zack Snyder.
Yeah. Let's
call him Superman and do something Superman whatever. Superman, I don't know what you're going to call it, but Superman in the title, okay? Or the Adventures. How about Adventures of Superman or something? Whatever.
There you go.
There you go. Adventures of Superman, and have it where you have a big threat, not big that's going to destroy the whole world, but at the end of it, Clark marries Lois. There you go. And that's the end.
And we have a good happy ending.
And then the Easter egg credits could be setting up for either Wonder Woman or one of the other.
But you could have people pop in the movie.
Yeah.
You could have the Flash pop in or Wonder Woman pop in.
Do not do this whole thing of saying it's a Superman movie and then 40-80% of the movie you've got this character.
Yeah, I don't know. I want it to be Superman's movie, but you could have a cameo or after credit scene with Justice League or something, But that's what I think. I think that Superman needs to be the next movie.
Mm-hmm.
Aquaman, yes, okay. I like Aquaman in this movie, so I want to see an Aquaman movie. Flash, I think Flashpoint is too early.
Yeah, like I said, Flashpoint is too early.
That's too cheap.
They need to wait after I'm sorry, they need to wait.
It has to be like Flash 3 or something. The Flash 3 movie. You don't jump into... They're trying to... Flashpoint happened so many like issues after it originally started. Like just you can't have it right away. That's like putting Venom in Spider-Man 1. No, man, it didn't happen that way. So no Flashpoint.
What they need to do. This is what they need to do. Like you said, they need to have either Superman or Wonder Woman next. Then they need to have their Batman movie. They need to have their Flash movie. And then Flashpoint can be... Personally, I think Flashpoint needs to wait until after the second Justice League.
I think so. I think that... But you know what? I think they're doing that because they want to say the timeline changes and they have a different Batman. Because they're trying to explain... Well, but they can just have somebody else play Batman. They don't have to...
This could be their soft reboot in a way.
They don't have to explain another actor playing Batman. How many times did they do it? They did Michael Keaton. They went right into Val Kilmer. Nobody could tell. People could tell the difference, but they had the same Alfred. And even had George Clooney with the same Alfred. Just have the same Alfred and just have a different Batman. Yeah. It doesn't matter. You don't have to explain that the universe was altered. Just do it already. And you need to have a Batman movie with Ben Affleck. I want to see, before he leaves, I want to see Ben Affleck's Batman fight his villains.
Yeah.
He can even be a reflection. I mean, like he fights his best foes in the past where he's not, I'm old. I'm tired of that. I hate movies when it's like that. Means he can't beat Batman because he's too freaking old. It's ridiculous. So anyway, Justice League. What do you think it's going to finish at? I mean, let's go over really deep the box office because right now, let's see what's coming out. Okay, so this week coming up, we have The Disaster Artist, which is James Franco, which we overlooked that. I must admit. Another Wolf Cop. No, I mean, I don't think, but you know what? You never know because Yeah. But right now, it looks like it could be that The Disaster Artist is number one, and then maybe Coco, or maybe Coco repeats.
Coco's going to repeat. If it's not at number one, it's going to drop to number two, and then Disaster Artist is going to be at number one.
What's going to be number one?
Disaster Artist is going to be number one. Coco's going to drop to number two. Justice League will be 4.
Right. Well, and Wonder could be Wonder will be 4 because that's popular. Justice League could be 5.
Well, true, yeah.
And then Thor, or maybe Thor could stay, and it could drop below Thor.
Justice League will either be 4 or 5.
I think Justice League is going to drop below Thor. I'm having a feeling about it. Which then it's going to be bad. But I have a feeling Thor is a superior movie.
Yeah, because they're really not letting the Rotten Tomato thing influence them very much.
Well, that was fixed.
But it is being influenced by word of mouth.
That was terrible. They should have released that right away, the rating. But Warner Brothers stepped in.
That's another thing that's hurting them.
And nobody's going to ever think of Rotten Tomatoes.
Held off their
reputation.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes, because it was like, Warner Brothers trying to save their mess. And they forced them, and then they went against it. And they're like, no, we can't. Our reputation's at stake. We got to put it out there. So. Yeah.
Justice League is definitely going to be 4 or 5, and Thor is going to be high.
But I have a feeling that the Justice League movie will not go away right away. You know what I mean? As far as
I don't think it'll drop out of the top 10.
No,
I think it's going to hang on for quite a while. People like superheroes.
Yeah.
What they'll probably do is, after it's had its run, they'll probably go, okay, Christmas is coming up. Let's re-release it during the Christmas holiday at some particular time, or New Year's holiday, and just as a treat for everybody.
I think they'll do it after Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
I think Justice League would be out of the top 10 before Star Wars even starts.
We're talking about a re-release. We're talking about re-release.
No, they're not re-releasing it. It's not that it's garbage. They're not going to do it. They don't even have a director's cut. They don't have anything. They're not going to release it. And that's even embarrassing if they have to do that sometimes. You know? So, all right.
I definitely think it's worth another movie, so we'll see what happens.
All right, we're going to create another Zoom because I want to leave it at the 2 parts for Justice League, and then we can talk about news and stuff. All right, so here we go.